Razzle-dazzlers, I hope you're fantastically festive. And in this video I'm going to be chit-chatting about my stuff I used to do at Christmas when I was younger to up to now, and like the kind of traditions that our family do and all that jazz. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, do so now, and why haven't you yet? Click the little subscribe button so you'll be part of my Razzle-dazzle family, and click the little bell so you'll be notified of all my big jazz hand videos I do. So like I say, I'm going to be chit-chatting about different things my family does over Christmas, and do get involved in the comment box, like what kind of things you get up to over Christmas. So some of this video I might be repeating what Nincompoop already says, who is my sister. If you haven't been to her channel already, go and check it out now. That's Nincompoop. She's really fabulous on YouTube, and she's been around for a while. So if you haven't seen her stuff yet, go and check it out now on her channel. So like I say, I'm going to be talking about my family traditions and things. When I was growing up, we used to always have roast dinners, and the traditional kind of eating a roast dinner on Christmas and having the big table, and we always believed in Santa. And I loved Christmas. I still love Christmas, but I loved it so much when I was younger. I was the proper magical little girl who just was so in awe of the whole Christmas feeling, and just would get so excited about it all. And my parents, bless them, kept the magic alive for so long. Like, they would put coal, footprints, and make sure the mince pies eaten a certain way, and Rudolph the carrots were had little teeth marks in them. And I'd always write a letter to Santa. And I remember my nan stayed over one Christmas, and she put soot everywhere. And I remember in the morning, because I was slightly getting a bit older, I was like, wow, there's soot everywhere. And Mum was just like, oh yeah, Santa's been very messy, because it was my nan who just got it everywhere, and she was trying to do footprints. I mean, at the time, well, now it's still funny as well, but I think at the time my mum was like, oh, look at all the mess, but she kind of played along with it, because she was like, she can't say anything, because obviously more my sisters, because they're younger than me, thought it was real. And it was just magical. Like, they would always say, oh, you have to go to bed on time because Santa will know if you're still up. And in a way, it sounds really weird, but I still don't understand how my parents did it. I mean, she said after time she got two sacks, because we had sacks and a stocking. And so then she would fill it up and then put it in the room. But when, at the beginning, she said she had to take the sack out, fill it up and take it back in again. I never ever woke up, and I don't know how I never did. I think because as well, when you're younger, you think if you hear something, you don't want to wake up because it'll spoil the magic and he'll disappear and you won't get any presents. That's what I always thought. Yeah. And the other really cool thing, what I always remember, is we used to always go around my nan's for Christmas, well, for Boxing Day. Did we ever go? I think sometimes we went for Christmas as well, and then it changed into Boxing Day. Obviously, this is my mum's size nan, and then on my dad's side, nan would stay around sometimes at Christmas. But I always remember we used to go around there, and my granddad used to dress up as Santa Claus, and he would always go out and take the dogs for a walk, and then the Santa Claus would appear, if by magic of course. And when I was younger, I was like, wow, Santa Claus has come to my nan's house. I mean, as it was, my nan's place was full of magic. She used to love hosting. She would throw the best family parties. She was like Mrs. Bouquet. She just loved it all. She loved the family being around her. She just loved being close to everyone and finding out what everyone's doing. And she loved everything to do with hosting and food and drink. And she wanted to always keep people happy and entertain people, basically. So yeah, anyway, Santa would walk in, and I'd be in awe, thinking, oh my word, Santa's come to my nan's house, and he was giving out presents, and I would help him. One of my best friends back then as well, because my sisters, I think, either weren't born yet or quite young, I'm not sure. I think they weren't born yet. She used to come around as well, because she was a close best friend, and we used to hand out the presents to people and help Santa, because we were the chosen younger ones. And it was just so magical. As I got older, of course, I realised it was my granddad. Just because you could see my face, and you thought it's always a coincidence that I could go out and walk the dogs at this time or just disappear. But I just still like to keep the magic alive for my sisters as well, because they're a lot younger and it just felt so, like, it was so sweet. And my granddad loved doing it as well. He just loved that he was able to dress up as Santa and make the magic come alive, and it was just really amazing. And even now, because as time's gone on, that people have died and they're no longer with us, so things change, of course, like they do, and our family's not as big as it once was, but we still try and keep the magic alive and just do the same kind of different thing. We still sometimes have stockings and sacks and things. I mean, of course, we don't believe in Santa, but I still believe, like, Christmas spirit is the magic of when you're with your family and friends and loved ones that you hold dear. I think that is Christmas spirit. It doesn't have to come in a form of Santa or Saint Nick. It can be your family that you hold close, or anyone you hold close. It could be a friend that you hold close, because sometimes people don't have big families, I know that. So everyone is very different with their traditions. Like, for example, we don't have roast anymore. I mean, unfortunately, one time when we did have roast, my granddad did die on that day, so that kind of put a bit of a sad side to having a roast and things. But I think it was more due to my sisters and, well, most of the family aren't a massive roast eaters. So we thought, why don't we have Chinese, because it's one of our favourite takeouts. So I thought, yeah, let's do it. So from then, we've had Chinese more or less every single year. And we thought, well, we'll just keep going with that tradition. We now and then have a roast, but most of the time we do have Chinese. And we've just kept it alive, and we just love the magic of it all, really. We still go to sometimes church in the evenings for the Christingle, or it's like an orange with a candle. And I just find it really cute, and how we sing the carols. I mean, it's more for children, so it's very light-hearted church service. And it's just adorable. And I like that feeling of feeling close to your family and your friends. And it just makes me sparkle, basically. Do get involved and put in the comment box what kind of stuff you get up to over Christmas, and let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, do so now by clicking the subscribe button and click the little bell to be notified of all my big jazz hand videos I do. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you guys later.